Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this morning briefing live trading webinar. How is everyone doing? Are you guys okay? How is trading going? I've shared with you the links for the social media, and please make sure you go on the Telegram and you subscribe there. You follow us on Instagram as well. Okay, so on the Instagram, we put reels on a daily basis. We put stories, we put content, valuable content, guys. So that will be fantastic. And definitely the YouTube channel. I assume that everyone who is watching us through YouTube now, through the live stream, they are aware about the YouTube channel, of course, and they follow us on the YouTube. I will appreciate if you like the videos we are doing. As I always said, we put significant amount of effort to bring out this valuable content and deliver to you guys the way we deliver. And for those who are watching us through the Zoom, please make sure you go on the YouTube. I shared all the links on the chat as well here, and like the videos and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to watch the recordings of this, you can find them as well. Some questions they came, and that's great to see you guys. Hi Theo, would you please talk about Dow Jones 30? Merci, definitely, Mr. Carlos. Learning on a daily basis proof. Thank you so much, Mark. That's awesome. David, trading has been excellent thanks to your webinar. Wow, that's really nice to hear this this comment from you guys. It's really amazing, I can say. Okay, because I see that purely all the information I deliver to you, they are purely from my trading experience and all my trading activity, and I just make sure all the mistakes I've done to ring the bell in a way to you. So if you can avoid them, that will be fantastic. So let me just put the risk warning here, the disclaimer, just to make sure that this content is for general information only, and it's not intended to provide trading or investment advice or personal recommendations. Okay, I want to make sure it's clear. Hello guys, hello, good morning. I see that on Wednesdays you guys are much more engaged instead of Tuesdays. Just to remind you that these live trading webinars, we do them now on a daily basis, Monday to Friday. Okay, it's not only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday like it used to be before, but it's on a daily basis. And if you can join me in the morning, that will be brilliant. If you have live commitments, I totally understand. Let's share the other screen, economic calendar. I assume everyone can see here the Admiral markets and the calendar for today, Wednesday, the 28th. Earlier, Europe, Germany. In Germany, they announced the GfK consumer confidence. Of course, the number is just keep dropping and dropping and dropping, minus 42.5. So it looks like now as a general thinking and not a trading, not from trading at all. It looks like that they feel very pessimist in Europe in general, especially now with the situation with the gas supply from the North Pipe from Russia. It looks like too much of fear it start kicking in into the economies, and the people, they feel uncertain, especially in the northern continent's territory. Let's hope for the best. Okay, and let's have a look quickly in the premium analytics at the morning briefing section. Today's top headline: they say in America that Fed need to keep tightening until there is compelling evidence of declining inflation. Mate, you are printing unlimited amount of currency. I don't know if you do it now on a daily basis, but for sure you do it pretty much maybe on a monthly basis. Let's see what will happen. China's offshore currency hits record low against dollar. UK seeks to claim investors over clash between inflation fight and trust tax cuts. UK market turmoil ripples into home loans. US and Europe prepare new sanctions on Russia after Kremlin's nuclear threats. And Meta shuts down influence operations started in China and Russia. Guys, any questions? Please make sure you type them below as usual. Raquel, good morning. Do you know anything about the heat map and how it works? Also, can you give any insight into currency correlation? Heat map, I'm not aware of that, Rahel. Maybe it's something. It's something you found it maybe as a name of someone's trading methodology. Maybe please let me know what exactly do you mean. But definitely, I can give you an insight on currency correlation, guys. Absolutely. And the best insight I can give you, it's the way you can think in terms of currencies. So if you all agree, I will go through quickly because we didn't have any major turns in the market. I will go quickly, as quick as possible, to cover all the pairs and some indices. I will refer to Dow Jones 30, came from Carlos. And then if you all agree, I will dedicate maybe 5 to 7 minutes at the end to again walk you through the methodology and how can you think about currency correlation. Please let me know on the chat box below. And we start with the pound USD right now. We are in a downtrend. It's been since maybe 1970, 1980. We saw the pound come down to somewhere here, 105, 106. It's been so many years, decades, to see the UK's currency get so dumped. It's sad for their economy, definitely. Okay. When a currency like, let's take an example of the Japanese yen. Japan, it's a country that heavily, they count heavily on the imports. So what, whoa, my P's very big imports. So how can you be how can you have more goods in your country in a way you make your currency attractive? You just keep your interest rates as low as possible. So people, they rather spend money instead of saving money because they don't make anything on the interest. And also this depreciates your currency value so much that it makes it attractive from the foreign countries to exchange their dollars, their euros, their Chinese yuan into your currency, sorry, you can exchange your currency into this currency so you can pay for the goods you receive from abroad. So that's a tactic that's a tactic that Japan is using since decades now. Okay, it's a politic and a tactic they keep maintaining over the decades. All right, but with the UK, with the Great British Pound, we don't have such a concern about their to depreciate their currency. It's just now their economy gets so weak. and this makes their currency to drop down in so much. So from a technical point, what do we see? We see this impulse break, strong break of a channel line, and we see this type of consolidation here. Of course, someone expects to see some bounce at some point, because currencies, they always retrace. With Fib retracement tool, we can estimate some retracement levels. So currencies, they always retrace a fair amount of value. But when the retracement it's going to come, who knows? Before, at the early beginning, when I was trying to understand about trading and all this stuff, I used to trade also this type of inside retracement candles on the daily chart, but statistically it didn't appear to show that a consistent account growth can come from this type of trading. That's the best way I can explain it. Okay, so I used to see, it took the low here, so it's a potential bullish engulfing. I was placing the buy stop here, buy stop order. My stop just tightened below here. That was the stop loss. And I was targeting, let's say, somewhere in the middle of this one, so more than 1-to-1. But I don't do it anymore, because, and I don't recommend to anyone to do it, because now we know how trends they work, and we know that there are so many other currencies we can take advantage on the trends. So for now, the move, it's over. The move was from here. We were talking about this all the time. Then with this break, we talk about that. So now it's just profit taking. And if you miss this move, then it's okay. You miss the moves. We learn, and we are more careful the next time. Let's go to the euro US dollar. Still in a downtrend. We said that we have some room to move to the downside as well. Let's check the monthly chart if it gives us any lower. Yeah, I have this low point here. It's around 0.85, so 85 cents on the euro. There is too much room to move. We would like definitely to see some pullback to these levels here before we start thinking of initiating new positions. The trend is down. The major trend is down. No reason to start looking for buys. For intraday trading, if you want to capitalize on these moves here, for example, someone maybe trades here, it has a stop loss somewhere above and target lower levels, that's fine. USD CHF, USD is strong anyway. So we do have this new resistance, because we well broke above the support. So we well broke above this resistance. Now it became a support. Remember that yesterday we said that if the market is going to come here and give us an entry, we can be interested to buy. Maybe some people, they bought this bullishness on this candle because everything was all right, or even on the let's go back a little bit. Even on this 15-minute chart, we saw this move clearly break a higher high, then a pullback here. Boom, there you go. Yesterday, I think it was this one here around lunchtime EST time. So this move here, a bullish engulfing, let's say, around this support in a line with a major uptrend. Or if you can see a trend line here, some people, they saw the break of the trend line, the daily is up with price action, with everything. So they see, okay, buyers are in control and they maybe enter the market. Okay, I didn't do that, but it's just another way. Let's move on. Aussie US dollar, we finally touched this support. If it's not going to hold, you see, guys, the difference between supports they hold and supports they don't hold. When the price is going to come, if sellers are aggressive, they're going to just push through. Now, we don't know if it's going to be a false break, but we will definitely see, let's say, the 4-hour chart. If the 4-hour chart is going to just continue closing below this support, and we definitely can see the Aussie coming all the way down and retesting this 0.55 cents level. Okay, but for now we are still bearish, very extensive in a trend. It doesn't make it a very lucrative candidate for today. Maybe it's a bit risky. We just broke below this major support. Maybe the price is going to stay for a while below and then it's going to shoot up. Who knows? Okay, we were planning for price to come somewhere here after it went at this level, so we didn't have this opportunity, and we will wait and see what it's going to happen. Kiwi still clear, as we said the last 2 weeks more. This is the 3rd week. We said we sell and sell and sell on a good price action, or on a 15-minute chart. When we see lower highs and lower lows, we can just sell. Okay, so we still have some room to move. Be careful now, because at any time we can see retracements. That's why because we are very extensive in the move, that's why if you go on the 15-minute chart, it's better to see this higher highs, higher lows, and then you either sell on the break and have your stop above, so you get with the momentum. But you have to make sure you know where is your profit target, because it's very easy to get into the trade, but it's very hard to get out of the trade with profits. It's for traders. And just a parenthesis now, from next month we will launch a trading psychology series webinars. We're going to host it. I'm going to host it twice a month. So it's going to be for 1 hour, and you're going to really have the chance to get yourself right within the trading environment. And I will encourage you to participate on that webinars, because I'm going to take it as series. So if you're going to miss it, you're going to have the opportunity to watch it on YouTube when we're going to upload it. So what's happening is that when we are in a trade and we see profits are running, at many times we get scared, and either we close it, the fear of losing the profits, it's too much, so we close the trades early, or when we see the market it's going against us, we get scared, we move our stop losses, we play around with so many emotions. It's like if someone observe us, let's say, it's like we pretend that we know what is going to happen in the market, and we are trying to be ahead with our knowledge. Okay, but that's not the case. A while later, if we think about this behavior, we see that, oh my God, what I've done. Okay, so I understand all traders, we go through this. I put myself as well, because when I was a beginner trader and a bit later in the journey, I was also went down through this path. And you're not going to find, trust me, many traders to be really, truly honest with you guys about the trading journey, but purely because I went through and I had a really good breakthrough. And then I started working to the funds, and I went through a lot of trading activity. I was trading with tens of lot size, and it really transformed the way I think as a trader. And that's what I'm going to try to give you to my best in the psychology trading series. So as I was saying, if you want to take this trade in an extensive impulse move, you can use the breakout methodology on the 15-minute chart, and that's a strategy. If you want, you can note it down. When you see the market, it's making this higher high and it breaks the structure at some point. If the sellers are strong, they're going to push the price lower. So you can sell here. You can have your stop, let's say, so the entry is here, the stop is there, and let's say take profit It's somewhere here. But on the intraday basis, guys, you have to be very, very disciplined with your stops and with your take profits. You can enter anywhere, but if you don't put a stop, a solid stop, a hard stop, and a take profit, a hard take profit, then you just play with your luck. Okay. USD Canadian dollar still in an impulse move. Definitely, US dollar. It's the dominant currency in the world now. Let's try to see, maybe this one can be a next target, because we had some rejection at this area here. So let's just keep it there. 15-minute charts, definitely everything screams buys and buys and buys. But remember, this trend, it's a bit extended. At some point, we will see some retracements. We don't know exactly when. So just be mindful and careful with trading. Yesterday in the USD JPY, excuse me, I opened a position, a short position here. I sell there. I'm still bearish with this because of this bearish engulfing. Unless this bearish engulfing is going to be taken by a new price action with a decisive close higher than the high, then and only then I will just say, okay, that's wrong, I'm going to become a buyer. But until now, I stick to my plan. I have my hard stop in place, so nothing to worry. I don't even think about it. JBP, JPY, downtrend, uptrend. Really, I don't know what's going on with this one. After this big rejection here, someone can say that it's a pin bar. That's true, but a price just violating and breaking through multiple hard levels of support and then reverses back, it doesn't show that much of stability or certainty within this price pattern. Of course, some people, they can use the 50% of this pin bar as an entry, and that's fine. Aussie, it's much more clear against the JPY. We see this move to the downside. We said we sell and we sell until we come, let's say, to retest these levels here or this level here. It's a bit hard to say, honestly. Let's say this one here is the first target on this one of the most clear pairs, because we see this nice impulse move on the 15-minute chart as well. You see these moves, you can capitalize a lot within this move, and it's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so still sales in this one, still bearish until we retest this level here, and then we will see again. JPY with the euro. So euro yen, we had this bearish, this bullish pin bar here. The market it's just ranging. It went like this up, then reverses almost all the move to the downside. 90% of the move reverses. So who is controlling? Nobody's controlling here. Euro Oz, we talked about that, and we said that we are bullish at least to retest this level here. That's the highest point. So we are bullish, this bullish engulfing. If you are constantly watching the webinars, we say that we are in a trend. If you see the checklist, 3 out of 4 applies, and 50% retracement from this bullish engulfing. It was 21, let's say 100 pips. 100 pips here, you will be filled in, and now you will be in profit almost 1.5 to 1. There is too much room for this one here to push to the upside. Okay, 15-minute chart. Okay, now I will tell you something I personally do. When I see that the spread is too wide, then I don't tend to take intraday trades with these currencies, for the reason of the stop loss. It's very risky to get hit by the spread difference. Okay, but on the 4-hour chart, on the 1-hour chart, we see these nice bullish engulfings here. If you were around, I wasn't around, this bullish engulfing on the 1-hour chart, so I didn't get involved with that. But we say We are in an uptrend, so we can start buying. Aussie CAD finally new low, lower low. I was holding some positions from, remember this head and shoulder pattern we talked, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline slope to the upward, retest here, nice sell, second entry here. This one, it wasn't a good entry anyway. Only with sell limits, you could enter here, participate. So the market can come and retest this area here. Absolutely. So let's mark it as well. Good pair to sell. So all the Aussie pairs, they are offering at least on the intraday now for sales. Let's have a look at the gold. It's still moving down. Nothing changed from yesterday. Crude oil is still down. We had an inside candle. We expect to see some push to the upside before it continues. And Euro Canadian dollar. I don't like this now because we had this line here. We broke above. We closed 2 days in a row. And then the market pushed this bearish engulfing. I think someone took a trade and maybe you took a good 2-1 on this. I don't know if you're still in that trade. Sorry, I forget your name. If you are watching on the webinar, you can remind me. Then we have the price now close below this resistance. And not only it closed below this resistance, but what I really don't like, I don't mind to be seller now, but the fact that we have this, let's say, outside bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing candle, it doesn't make me very comfortable to say who is in control. And that's the thing. Okay, so clarity is not here in my opinion, but Aussie yen is good for sale. Aussie USD is good for sale. You see, US dollar, it's super strong. Aussie, it's very weak. So why to trade something else except these pairs here, let's say. But for this session, maybe it's good. But in New York session, maybe we're going to see reversals. But for now, what we see is that the Aussie is very weak. So we can find a strong pair, a strong currency, and trade it against the Aussie, like the euro, like the CAD, and so on and so forth. All right, Hitmeister to show the strongest and weakest currency. Yes, Raquel, the heat map. Yeah, they say to show the strongest and weakest currency on the Forex Factory. Now, let me just walk you through the currency correlation. When we talk about, guys, is everyone okay? Do you need any other pair? We promised to see the Dow Jones. We broke below this support finally. If we go on the weekly chart, we see there is a lot room to move to the downside. That was the nearest new support we can find. So we are still selling it on the 4-hour, on the intraday charts. Everything screams sales with this one. So it's fine. Let's have a look at the DAX. Raquel, I think the currency correlation, we're going to leave it for a webinar because there are many people, they are asking for currency analysis, and because that's the main purpose of this live webinar, I hope that you really understand. Okay, but I will make sure. By the way, Raquel, I do have a webinar made early beginning, maybe it was June, and I talked about currency correlation. It's an hourly webinar, so maybe if you watch that webinar, that will be awesome. I will try to share the link, and then you let me know if you have any other questions. DAX, yes, all the indices, they are selling off. DAX as well cannot stay behind. New support can be this one here, the lowest point in the market. So if we find opportunities on the daily charts, on the 4-hour charts, like this one, I wasn't really looking at the DAX, but this one on the 4-hour chart, awesome opportunity. On the 1-hour chart, this one here, yesterday, bearish engulfing. I just spot in a downtrend, I spot only bearish engulfing and the pin bars, especially 4 hour, 1 hour. Daily chart, we can be a bit more flexible. We can take some inside candles, that's fine. But on the 4 hour and 1 hour chart, I highly recommend it to stick with the strongest price action we can find in the candlestick patterns. And this is the engulfing, bearish engulfing if we sell, bullish engulfing if we buy, and bearish pin bar if we sell, bullish pin bar if we buy. Intraday, it's still a good candidate for sales. That's what we see from the charts. Okay, if you like to do breakout sales, you can have a sell stop here, aggressive, very aggressive, but that's part of the game if that's how you trade. And which one else? We said about the gold, but we're gonna just go to the gold one more time. If we check the weekly chart, we see that this low point of the bullish pin bar can be used as a new support. Market on the weekly chart is just selling off. So everything screams sales. What I really don't like here is this inside candle after this drop. This inside candle after this drop, for me, it screams like reversal price action to cause a retracement in the trend. Okay, price action reversal to cause a retracement in the trend, not to reverse the trend, because it's too early to talk about reversals on the daily chart. So if we see a new close on the 4 hour chart, let's say here, we can definitely go down to the 15-minute, 5-minute chart and find these lower highs, lower lows and sell. But if we see a close above on the 4 hour chart, then what's the probabilities and the high chances on the 15 and 5-minute chart to give us reliable sell entries? Okay, where do you take profit on hourly, Roman? I use support, resistance. When I take, okay, guys, let's get it straight. Where you do your analysis, you're gonna find your profit targets as well. Now, if you're going to do your analysis on the daily chart and you see the next profit target, it's here, it's a fairly long distance until your profit taken. So if you're going to go with these long distances and you want to enter on the hourly chart, I don't think so it's going to be appropriate to enter here, sell, and then to hold all the way down here, because maybe the market it's going to retrace and then it's going to push the downside, but it's going to take your stop loss for good. So that's why I always say, wait for, if you want to sell, wait for greens to appear. That's the easiest way to put it. You wait for buyers to push the price a bit higher, find a strong price action like this pin bar here, enter here, stop there, and take profit at the previous swing. That's for intraday trading. All right, so for hourly charts, 15-minute charts, I wait for buyers to step in if I want to sell. And then I want to see a reversal pattern, a reversal candle. And then I take the profits at the recent swing. That's how I do it. So this one here, we are in a downtrend, triple, quadruple tops here. Excuse me. We see this bearish engulfing. We can enter here. We have our stop there, 32 pips, and the take profits 160 pips here because it's the recent swing. And you're going to say, okay, the market, Theo, keep dropping down and keep dropping down. Yeah, I would love to get all this profit. But here we have to acknowledge that we have a strategy. We follow our strategy because at the end of the year, at the end of the month, we want to be ahead of the game. And trust me, guys, when I asked my mentors about the first time I was trading at the beginning, and I was asking, how do I take profits on the 15-minute chart, on the 1 hour chart? Nobody was telling me an accurate answer, a methodology, how to treat trading from taking profits as well. They were saying only you enter, you put your stop loss. Okay. But the biggest problem in trading is to take your profits and move to the next trade. And that's where many traders, they get stuck, including myself when I first started. So I'm just telling you, be cautious. If you're not going to close your full position around the recent swing, then you definitely have to take some profits off the table. You put at least break even. So if the market reverses back, not to take your whole money you make. Okay. All right. Rahel, again, apologies. I don't have time to go through the currency correlation, but please, if you go to the Admirals channel, you will definitely see the currency correlation webinar I've done. Okay, if you have any difficulties, please let me know tomorrow and we will sort this out. Guys, that's all from me today. I hope everything is clear for you. Australian dollar looks very weak, New Zealand dollar as well. So we can find some, we found the weak currency, then we see which is the other strong currency. So US dollar is strong, euro is strong, because we see that they make trends in the market. So we see that there are people, they appreciate these currencies. So depreciate Aussie, appreciate euro, Canadian dollar, and US dollar. So here is your currency correlation, strong against the weak. Saying that, it was an honor to host this webinar for you guys today. Again, thank you so much for your participation and for your engagement. I have faith on you that you're going to make it as traders sooner or later, depends on your side as well. Stick with the webinars, keep your learning process as well. And I'm looking forward to see you again tomorrow at the same time. I wish you happy trading and see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.